Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're going to be taking a deep dive into Grok AI,
Oh, yeah.
Elon Musk's ambitious AI chatbot.
Very ambitious.
For those of you listening who are, really interested in AI, I definitely recommend checking out LearnXYZ-In after the show.
Great resource.
Grok has been making some serious waves, exceeding expectations.
It really has.
And it's also very tightly integrated with X, formerly known as Twitter.
That's right.
Now, what is unique about Grok is that it is really designed for this deep understanding, just like its name implies.
Exactly.
And we're going to unpack this today.
Got looking forward to it.
You've shared some really insightful articles and analyses with us today,
I tried to.
really covering Grok's evolution,
Yeah.
its potential impact on the AI landscape,
Big one.
and we'll even delve into some of the concerns surrounding the technology.
Sure, yeah.
So I guess to kind of kick things off,
Yeah.
one thing that I'm really struck by is just the speed at which this thing is developing.
Oh, it's remarkable. From its initial release as Grok-2 to this significantly more powerful Grok-3, it's been rapid.
Yeah.
It's really been rapid. And I think what's interesting here is this rapid development cycle. It really reflects the intense competition in the AI field right now.
You're right.
Everyone's trying to one-up each other.
It's a constant race to the top.
It is.
And it all started with this name that they borrowed from science fiction.
Oh, yeah.
Grok comes from Robert Heinlein's novel Stranger in a Strange Land.
Right.
And it means to understand something deeply and intuitively.
Intuitively.
Which I think is very fitting for an AI
For sure.
that's, aiming to comprehend information.
Yeah, it's a clever choice, I think.
Yeah.
It really hints at the project's ambition.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not just going for superficial responses here.
Right.
Grok is being developed to truly grasp the meaning behind the information it processes.
And it seems to be delivering on that promise.
Yeah.
We have reports indicating that Grok-3 is actually outperforming, some of these more established players like OpenAI's GPT-4
Right.
and Google's Gemini,
Yeah, the big dogs.
particularly in more complex fields like math, science, and coding.
Yeah, this is huge.
Yeah.
These are areas where AI has traditionally struggled, and Grok's apparent success here could have profound implications for research development.
Yeah.
And even like how we approach education in the future.
That's a really good point. So let's get into some of the features of Grok that have been making headlines. One of the most talked about features, particularly in Grok-2, was its image generation capabilities,
Oh, yeah.
which was powered by this FLUX.1 model.
That's right.
Users could input a text prompt, and Grok would create a photorealistic image based on that prompt.
This is where things get interesting.
Yeah.
The fact that Grok can generate images, especially ones that could be considered controversial, brings up a lot of questions about the ethical considerations involved in developing such a powerful AI.
For sure. It's definitely thought-provoking.
Yeah.
We've seen how AI-generated images and videos, often called deepfakes,
Right.
can be misused to spread misinformation.
Of course.
So it's critical to consider how this technology might be used responsibly.
Absolutely. As AI evolves and becomes more sophisticated, it's essential to have these open discussions about potential misuse and work towards implementing safeguards to prevent harm.
That's a conversation we'll be revisiting
For sure.
as we continue our deep dive today.
Please.
But moving beyond images,
Okay.
Grok is designed to be a multifaceted tool
It is.
with advanced reasoning capabilities,
Uh-huh.
a powerful search engine that they're calling Deep Search,
Right.
and even real-time knowledge integration.
It's a lot.
It is.
The think and big brain modes are particularly intriguing.
Yeah.
These modes offer different levels of problem solving.
Right.
Think of it as choosing the depth of analysis you want from Grok. Do you want a quick answer, or do you want Grok to walk you through its reasoning step by step?
Oh, that's a great way to think about it.
Yeah.
It caters to different learning styles and needs.
Exactly. And the deep search feature adds another layer of sophistication.
Okay.
It goes beyond simply retrieving information. It analyzes the context, finds connections between different pieces of information, and presents it in a way that enhances understanding.
Sounds like a researcher's dream come true.
It certainly has the potential to change how we approach research and information gathering.
For sure.
And the integration of real-time knowledge also sets Grok apart.
Right.
It constantly updates its knowledge base, so you're not getting outdated information.
So you're getting the most up-to-date information available,
Yes.
which makes it a valuable tool for research,
Uh-huh.
staying informed,
Yeah,
even making decisions.
absolutely. It's
Yeah.
a significant advantage in a world saturated with information.
No doubt. So let's shift gears a little bit and talk about Grok's evolution, specifically the leap from Grok-2 to Grok-3.
All right.
What were the major milestones in this development cycle?
Well, one of the most significant advancements was a tenfold increase in computational power.
Wow.
Grok-3 is significantly faster and more capable than its predecessor.
That's a huge jump.
It is.
What do you think drove this need for increased computational power?
It's likely driven by the ambition to tackle more complex problems, handle larger data sets, and improve the speed and accuracy of responses.
That makes sense. And speaking of Grok-2, there was also a mini version, right?
Yeah.
How did that differ from the full version?
So Grok-2 Mini was designed for users who prioritize speed over complexity.
Okay.
It offered faster response times, but may not have had the same depth of analysis as the full version.
So it was kind of a trade-off between speed and analytical depth, offering a more, I guess, streamlined experience for users who may not need that full range of Grok's capabilities.
Precisely. It's fascinating to see how they're catering to different user needs and preferences.
It shows a real understanding of how people interact with AI.
For sure.
And the different ways that they might want to utilize its capabilities.
Indeed. And it speaks to the broader trend of making AI more accessible and adaptable to various contexts.
Now, this brings up an interesting point.
Yeah.
With all these advancements, how has Grok been received by the tech community and the general public?
Well, there's definitely a lot of excitement and anticipation surrounding Grok. Particularly with its integration into X and its potential to disrupt existing AI platforms.
Like a new player entering the game.
Exactly.
And shaking things up.
And this competition is likely to drive further innovation and push the boundaries of what AI can achieve.
Now, speaking of shaking things up,
Yeah.
Grok has been described as having this very unique tone.
Right.
Sometimes even a bit informal or sarcastic.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Have you interacted with it?
I have, yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's an interesting approach.
Yeah.
Some users have found it refreshing and engaging,
Okay.
while others have raised concerns about its appropriateness in certain contexts.
It raises the question of whether AI should strive for a more neutral tone or embrace a bit of personality.
It's a complex issue with no easy answers.
Yeah.
On the one hand, a more human-like tone can make AI more approachable and engaging.
I can see that.
But on the other hand, there's a risk of misinterpretation or inappropriateness.
For sure. It's a balancing act.
It is.
It highlights the challenges of designing AI that can effectively navigate the nuances of human communication.
Absolutely. And as AI becomes more integrated into our lives, these considerations will become increasingly important.
For sure. Welcome back. We're continuing our deep dive into Grok AI, exploring its evolution capabilities and the questions it raises about the future of AI.
Yeah, it's a fascinating topic.
Before we jump back in, though, I want to remind everyone to visit https://learnxyz-in.
Great website.
For more in-depth analysis and exploration of AI.
It really is a fantastic resource for anyone who wants to stay ahead of the curve in this rapidly changing field.
So before the break, we were talking about the evolution of Grok.
Right.
And its impact on the AI landscape.
Yeah.
One thing that really strikes me is how Grok's development seems to mirror the rapid progress that we're seeing in AI as a whole.
It is a fascinating parallel, Grok's evolution from a relatively simple chatbot to this sophisticated AI capable of complex reasoning and image generation.
Yeah.
It really reflects the broader trend of AI becoming more powerful and versatile.
Yeah, it's almost as if Grok is this microcosm of the entire AI field, showcasing both the incredible potential and the challenges that we face as this technology advances.
That's a great observation, and it really underscores the importance of carefully considering the ethical implications of AI as it becomes increasingly integrated into our lives.
And speaking of ethical considerations, one topic that has been generating a lot of discussion is the potential for bias in AI.
Oh, for sure.
How does Grok address this issue?
That's a crucial question, and one that AI developers are grappling with across the board.
Yeah.
Grok, like any AI system, is trained on these massive data sets.
Right.
And if those data sets contain biases, those biases can be reflected in Grok's responses.
So it's not just about the algorithms themselves, but also about the data that feeds those algorithms.
Exactly. And addressing bias in AI requires a multifaceted approach.
Okay.
From carefully curating training data sets to developing algorithms that can detect and mitigate bias.
It sounds like a very complex challenge.
It is.
But one that's absolutely essential to address.
It is.
If we want AI to be fair and equitable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's a challenge that requires collaboration between AI developers, ethicists, and the wider community.
So let's shift our focus a bit.
Okay.
To the practical applications of Grok.
Sure.
We've talked about its capabilities.
We have.
But how are people actually using it in their daily lives?
Well, we're seeing Grok being used in a wide range of contexts, from research and education to entertainment and personal productivity.
Can you give us some specific examples?
Certainly. In the field of research, Grok's deep search capabilities are being used to sift through vast amounts of scientific literature, helping researchers identify patterns and connections that might otherwise be missed.
Wow.
In education, Grok is being used as a personalized tutor.
Oh, wow.
Providing students with customized explanations and feedback.
That's interesting.
And in the realm of entertainment, Grok is being used to generate creative content. From stories and poems to images and music.
It's amazing to see how Grok is being adapted to so many different uses.
It is.
It really highlights its versatility as an AI tool.
Indeed. And as Grok continues to evolve, we can expect to see even more innovative applications emerge.
Now, one area where Grok has garnered a lot of attention is its integration with X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter.
Right.
How has this integration impacted Grok's development and usage?
Well, the integration with X has given Grok access to this vast and constantly updating stream of real-world data, which has undoubtedly influenced its development. It's also provided Grok with a platform to interact with a wider audience, which has led to increased feedback and insights from users.
So it's kind of this symbiotic relationship.
It is.
Where Grok benefits from X's data and user base, and X potentially benefits from Grok's AI capabilities.
Precisely. It's an interesting example of how AI is becoming increasingly integrated into our digital lives.
Now, this brings us to an important question. How accessible is Grok to the average person?
Right.
Is it something that anyone can use, or is it primarily targeted towards specific groups?
Currently, Grok is available to X Premium Plus subscribers, which does come with a monthly fee. However, there's been speculation that XAI, the company behind Grok, might offer different subscription tiers in the future. Potentially making it more accessible to a wider range of users.
It makes sense to offer these different levels of access.
It does.
Catering to both casual users and those who need more advanced features.
Exactly. And as AI becomes more prevalent, we can expect to see a variety of pricing models and accessibility options emerge.
Now let's talk about the user experience. How do people actually interact with Grok? Is it purely text-based? Or are there other ways to engage with it?
So the primary mode of interaction with Grok is through these text-based queries, much like you would interact with a chatbot. However, Grok also offers the ability to upload images for analysis.
Interesting.
And with its image generation capabilities, it can even create images based on text prompts.
Oh, wow. So it's multimodal.
It is.
It combines text images and even creative output.
That's right.
And this multimodality makes Grok a more engaging and versatile tool.
We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From Grok's technical capabilities to its ethical considerations and practical applications. But one question that lingers in my mind is, what does the future hold for Grok?
That is the question, isn't it?
Where do you see this technology heading in the coming years?
It's always difficult to predict the future of technology.
Yeah, for sure.
But based on Grok's current trajectory, I think we can expect to see continued advancements in its reasoning abilities, knowledge base, and creative output.
Do you think Grok has the potential to become a truly disruptive force in the AI landscape? Or is it more likely to evolve alongside these existing platforms?
I think Grok certainly has the potential to be a disruptive force, particularly with its integration with X and its unique approach to AI development. However, the AI landscape is constantly evolving.
It is.
With new players and technologies emerging all the time.
So it's more likely that Grok will both disrupt and be disrupted, contributing to a dynamic and rapidly changing field.
It's an exciting time to be following the development of AI.
It is.
And Grok is undoubtedly one of the most intriguing players in this space.
Absolutely. And it'll be fascinating to see how Grok continues to evolve and shape the future of AI.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've spent this episode exploring Grok AI, and I think we've just scratched the surface.
Yeah, there's so much to talk about.
Before we wrap things up, I want to remind everyone about that fantastic resource, LearnXYZ-In.
Can't recommend it enough.
If you're fascinated by AI and eager to learn more, that website offers in-depth analysis and explorations of various AI topics.
Absolutely. So much good stuff there.
Now, I want to shift our focus a bit to the potential impact of Grok on various industries.
All right.
We've already touched on its use in research and education, but where else do I see Grok making a significant contribution?
Well, Grok's potential applications are vast. They extend far beyond those initial areas. For instance, in the healthcare industry, Grok's ability to analyze complex medical data could revolutionize diagnostics and treatment planning.
Wow.
Imagine a world where Grok assists doctors in identifying patterns and anomalies in patient data, leading to earlier and more accurate diagnoses.
That's pretty amazing.
It is.
It seems like Grok's real strength lies in its capacity to process and analyze vast amounts of information, which could be valuable in numerous fields.
Precisely. In finance, for example. Grok's ability to analyze market trends and predict financial outcomes could totally transform investment strategies.
Wow.
I mean, we could see Grok being used to identify emerging opportunities and manage risk more effectively.
It's really fascinating to consider how its analytical capabilities could be harnessed.
It is.
To make more informed decisions across these various industries.
Absolutely.
It's almost like having an incredibly powerful research assistant at your disposal.
It's a very fitting analogy. Grok can really empower professionals in various fields by providing them with the insights and analysis they need to make better decisions.
As we consider the integration of Grok into these different sectors, though,
it's
also important to address the concerns that some people might have.
Of course.
You know, job displacement due to automation is a recurring theme when discussing AI.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that, especially in the context of Grok's potential impact?
Well, it's a very valid concern, and one that we need to approach thoughtfully. While AI, including Grok, does have the potential to automate certain tasks, it's unlikely to completely replace human workers. Instead, it's more likely to change the nature of work. You might see a shift towards roles that require creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence, skills that are very difficult for AI to replicate.
So it's not necessarily about humans versus AI,
Right.
but rather about finding ways for humans and AI to work together effectively.
Exactly. The goal should be to leverage AI's strengths, to enhance human capabilities, not to replace them entirely.
It's going to be really interesting to see how all of this unfolds.
It is.
But as AI continues to evolve,
Yeah.
I think it's crucial to have these conversations about the ethical and societal implications.
For sure.
We need to ensure that AI development aligns with human values
Absolutely.
and benefits society as a whole.
I couldn't agree more. It's a responsibility we all share.
Yeah.
AI is a powerful tool, and it's up to us to shape its development and use in a way that benefits humanity.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your insights with us today.
It was my pleasure.
I think this has been a really fascinating exploration of Grok AI.
I agree.
And it's definitely left me with a lot to think about.
Me too.
And for our listeners, don't forget to visit https://learnxyz.in for more information.
Such a good resource.
If you enjoyed this episode, we encourage you to like this podcast or video.
Please do.
Subscribe to our channel for more deep dives.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button.
And share your thoughts in the comments below.
We'd love to hear from you.
We always appreciate hearing from you. Thank you for listening.